Greetings and welcome everyone to the School District Crosse Superintendent's Welcome for the 2020-2021 school year. A school year that I think we can all agree will be a school year unlike any other. My name is Troy Harsey. I'm the Associate Superintendent of Instruction for the School District La Crosse, and I am your MC for today's Welcome Back. Over the course of today's Superintendent's Welcome, you're going to hear from a lot of the traditional speakers that you would hear from had we been face-to-face together at Central High School. You're going to hear from La Crosse Public Education Foundation Executive Director David Steffler. You're going to hear from our own LEA President John Havlicek, and you're going to hear from our School Board President Dr. Lori Cooper-Stoll. Without question, a lot has changed since we go back to March 18th of this last year, when we essentially had our last day of face-to-face instruction and we closed down schools. At that point, if you remember, there was a thought that we would be back in school as soon as April 6th. So a lot has happened. Almost light years have changed. One of the changes since then is a seismic one in that we've got a new superintendent of schools. Dr. Aaron Engel took over on July 1st of this year, and he was thrown right into the mix mid-pandemic, right away, July 1st. He has been eager to introduce himself to you since then. So without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Aaron Engel, Superintendent of the School District La Crosse.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Aaron Engel, the Superintendent of the School District of La Crosse. In February of last year, this is not how I imagined addressing all of you at our Welcome Back event. Of course, this is just one of many things I could not imagine at that time, let alone starting school during a global pandemic. This incredible change has led to new experiences for everyone. Wearing masks, social distancing, hand sanitizer everywhere, and a lot more drive-through fast food. Another new experience for everyone this year is starting the school year virtually. None of us has done this before. Whether this is your 30th year in education or your first, we are all rookies this year. The newness of this experience can be daunting. We do not necessarily feel like we have the skills to be successful in this new world. However, I believe that as we look back on other first-year experiences that we've had, we can draw lessons that will allow us to be successful in this new rookie year. My first year at Tri-County High School was not all that scary. I went to a small school district and we had one K-12 building. Moving from 8th grade to the high school simply meant moving down another hallway. However, there were 3 new grades of people that I had to interact with. To be successful, I developed relationships. I got involved in athletics, band and choir, and other academic groups. I created connections with others and learned new things. The relationships I developed led to lasting friendships. These connections helped me navigate the new world of high school. This year, we must rely on relationships with others and develop new ones so we can be successful in this new way of learning. These relationships will help our students and ourselves cope with all the new things we have to learn. As a first-year college student at UW-Madison, I was in over my head academically. I was challenged like never before. I had to develop a support network to survive. I joined study groups and went to office hours so I could learn all this new material. These networks helped me quickly adapt and provided new strategies so I could be successful in coursework I had never encountered before. This year, we must rely on our support networks to develop skills and learn new ways to support students. Your friend groups, teaching partners, and PLCs are crucial sources of support this year. As a new teacher in Adams Friendship, I found that experience to be incredibly rewarding. I grew personally and professionally in ways I never imagined I could. I attended professional development opportunities in the district, out of the district, and online. I spent a lot of time learning new material and curriculum and producing lesson plans. Frankly, it was a lot of work, but it was worth it. Within a few weeks, I was a better teacher and felt confident I could do my job well. This year, we will all grow personally and professionally. I know you've all been learning as much as you can already, and if you're like me, you probably haven't stopped thinking about school since we left in June. We must continue to grow and learn in order to be successful this year. Things will change, we will adapt, and our students will succeed. My first year as a middle and high school principal was in Auburndale. In my rookie year as an administrator, I found I needed to listen. I needed to know how to best support my teachers and my students. I knew they had the answers and I just needed to listen for them. And by listening, we were able to accomplish more than if I had been the one talking. We will all need to be good listeners this year. It will be particularly challenging as well. Our students and families are always telling us something, whether it's through their silence or by yelling. But if we're listening, we can find out what they need so we can help them reach their potential. My first year as a superintendent was in Gale-Ettrick-Trempealeau. In my rookie year there, I found I needed to trust others to do their job well. It was my job to provide support for them and know that they were doing the best they could with the resources that they had. And because folks who chose education are amazing, they came through. The trust paid off, and we were all better for it. We will need to extend trust to others like we have never done before this year. We will not be able to follow up like we have in the past, and we won't be able to check in to make sure others are all right in the same ways we have previously done. We have to start by assuming everyone is doing the best they can with what they have. This is my first year in lacrosse. I'm a rookie again. In a pandemic with new things to learn, I'm going back to all the lessons I've learned as a rookie in the past. Hopefully the lessons you have learned in your first years will also serve you well. We need all the strategies we can get to find solutions that we have never imagined for problems we have never encountered before. This is our first year starting school in a pandemic. We are all rookies again. Give yourself some grace knowing that you might not be as great as you want to be at what you're doing right away. No rookie is. Also, celebrate the wins and accomplishments along the way. We need to capture the positive moments as well to get us through this time. I'm looking forward to an amazing, memorable school year. Our students and families have never needed us more. Our jobs have never been more important. You have what it takes to serve our students in all the ways that they need. Thank you for all that you do, and I look forward to a great start to the school year.
Thank you, Dr. Engel. We are looking forward to your tenure as superintendent in the School District of La Crosse. Up next is School Board President, Dr. Lori Cooper-Stoll.
Hello, everyone. For those who may not know me and those who are new to our school district, my name is Lori Cooper-Stoll, and I'm the president of the school board here in the School District of La Crosse. I want to welcome you to the start of the 2020-2021 school year. You don't need me to tell you that these are unprecedented times. I mean, the fact that this is coming to you as a pre-recorded video, as opposed to some in-person remarks where we're all gathered together to celebrate the start of the school year, says a lot. I want you to know that on behalf of the school board that we are here to support you and to advocate for you, and that your safety and your well-being are a top priority for us, as the safety and well-being of our students and our families and community are as well. The message I really want to bring to you in this moment is one of gratitude. You know, those who do know me know that I'm also a teacher. I'm getting ready to start what I think is my 18th year in the classroom. And this is not how I envisioned the start of the school year would look. Probably like me, you've spent a lot of time this summer learning new technologies and figuring out ways to connect with students. We know relationship building with our students is perhaps the most important thing that we do as educators. I want to thank you for making that commitment to our students. I want to thank you for sharing your gifts and your talents with us. Thank you for your creativity and your ingenuity, especially now, but always. I want you to know that what you do does not go unnoticed, that we see the work that you do, that we value the work that you do, and that we appreciate you. Whether this is your first year in education or your 40th, even if it doesn't look like it in the moment, my hope for you and for all of us that this is our best school year yet. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cooper-Stoll. We appreciate your words. Up next, LEA President John Havlicek.
Hello, my name is John Havlicek. I'm the president of the La Crosse Education Association, and for the 7th year, it is my distinct pleasure and honor to welcome you back to another school year. I'm welcoming you back to what is unquestionably the most challenging school year that any of us has ever faced, and in all likelihood, the most challenging school year we will ever face. There are so many things up in the air right now, And I understand how difficult it is for everyone. But when I think about all the challenges that are facing us, when I ask myself, what are they asking me to do? How can I do this? Can I even do this? How am I supposed to do this? I start to think back and I wonder, what was it like to teach during the Vietnam era? What was it like to teach during the Civil Rights era? What was it like to teach during the First and Second World Wars? There must have been so much upheaval, so much uncertainty, but also so much vitality, so much energy in the air. And I actually take comfort in that. Because in all this upheaval, all this difficulty, all this challenge, it makes me think that they got through it. They rose up to the challenge, they survived, and they emerged stronger. We emerged stronger as a society, as a country, as a teaching profession. And I truly believe this. I've talked to so many of you over the last 6 years. I truly believe that we will emerge stronger. We can do this. Those of you that are watching this today, please believe me when I tell you, I feel it in my very bones, that you are sufficient to meet every challenge that comes our way. If we can simply act with a bit of humility, a bit of grace, and a bit of forgiveness in our hearts and in our minds. If we can simply remember that no matter how difficult it is for each and every one of us, it's very likely just as difficult and maybe more so for everyone with whom we come into contact. If we can do that, we can survive this. We can emerge stronger than before this all began. We are sufficient. I have every confidence in every one of you. So let me say for the 7th time, welcome back and have a good school year.
Thank you, John. We appreciate your continued leadership. Up next, La Crosse Public Education Foundation Executive Director David Steffler.
Hello, and welcome to the start of a new school year. My name is David Steffler, and I serve as Executive Director of the La Crosse Public Education Foundation. While we can't be together today, I want you to know that LPEF stands with each and every one of you as you work to overcome the obstacles and make this school year a success. Your jobs have never been more challenging, nor have they ever been more important. Our mission is entirely devoted to supporting you through a variety of programs. Last school year, we awarded more than $80,000 through our Gold Star grants for classroom innovation and professional development. We provided nearly $25,000 to directly help students through Random Acts of Kindness funds. Even with school buildings closed, RAK funds remain available to help students with school supplies, clothing, shoes, coats, hygiene supplies, and other items that families cannot afford. With the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, we helped the district buy wireless hotspots for students without internet access, and we offered emergency RAK funds to help families pay some basic household expenses like car repairs. Recently, we announced a new program to encourage projects that promote equity, diversity, and inclusion in our schools. We're making $30,000 available for these projects beginning this fall. The deadline for applications is September 15th. You can find details about these programs on our website, lacrosseeducationfoundation.org, or just contact me. Last year, we invited several of your colleagues to share their thoughts about how LPEF helps them accomplish their goals. Here are just a few quick excerpts.
I just love that they are there 100% for our kids and wanting to give as many opportunities for the students as possible. There are always things during my day, in my classroom, during the school year, that I think, oh my gosh, I wish I had money to do that. I wish I had time that I could gather other teachers up and we could have a conversation about these kinds of things. The La Crosse Public Education Foundation has always supported things that I think are important for me in my classroom that I think other teachers would benefit from. They have been such a fabulous support during my career, certainly.
We love the La Crosse Public Education Foundation. I mean, without the La Crosse Public Education Foundation, we wouldn't be able to input all of these amazing activities and amazing garden presenters and incorporate all of this into our school.
What I love about the La Crosse Public Education Foundation is their sole mission is to make school better for kids in La Crosse.
We stand ready to help you make the best of this school year, and we are inspired by the work that you do every day. Thank you.
Thank you, David. We appreciate your organization's continued support of children within the public school district. One of the time-honored traditions in the school district of La Crosse is honoring service members of 25 years, and you're going to see a scroll of names. We wish we could be together to applaud and celebrate your years of service to our school district. In addition, we want to applaud and recognize all of those who are new to the school district of La Crosse this year. We thank you for choosing the school district of La Crosse. We will show you those names now. As we close this morning, obviously a very busy time as we ramp up to the school year, I want to thank all the presenters this morning, David Steffler, John Havlicek, Dr. Cooper Stoll, and of course our host, Superintendent Engel, for taking the time to present and share during this morning's welcome. I want to bring some attention, and I feel like we would be remiss if we didn't take a look at issues that are here locally, in our state, in our country, and in our world that are definitely impacting our children and all of us. There's social justice and equity issues. There is a large political season that's obviously in and around us and coming. There's COVID issues and so many more. Those issues definitely impact our children. They definitely impact our families. They definitely impact all of us. We need to ensure that we're allowing ourselves to be taken care of while we are in turn taking care of children, families, and one another. We can be at our best if we are dreaming, believing, and achieving together. With that in mind, we sincerely thank all of you for your efforts throughout this summer and throughout this upcoming school year. Our children deserve awesome, compassionate, positive influencers like you. I want to thank you for the work that you've put in, and I want to thank you and congratulate you on what I hope to be an outstanding start of a school year.